Hey, we're the Cola Guys. I'm David.
And I'm George.
We are joined today by the newly minted Chief Executive Officer of the Builders Industries of Central South Carolina, Ben Wilcenski. So, Ben, welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Great you are joining us today.
The Coal Guys isn't your average real estate podcast.
Our mission is to give buyers and sellers the power of knowledge through their real estate transactions.
We do this by helping first-time homebuyers realize that there are more expenses that come with owning a home than just the loan.
We also understand there are many times move-up buyers and sellers have forgotten the process because it's been so long since their last real estate transaction.
We make the downsizing easy.
Once you get into the habit of working with us, the process becomes so smooth you won't mind to move.
We are also excited to share with you what all the Midlands has to offer. This episode is brought to you by Dick Dyer Mercedes-Benz, the first Mercedes-Benz in South Carolina.
Supply and demand issues there, and we're still seeing that. So we have, we're in the hole when it comes to homes. So we're still building, and when I say that, people are like, whatever, I see new home developments going up all over the place. I'm drive by one every day when I go to work or when I'm driving home. So what you're saying is not right. Well, what I'm saying is right. We're not building enough homes. I just looked at the permit numbers for this year. We're below where we need to be already this year. Last year, so the last 2 years, 2021, 2022, we saw a significant decrease in building permit pulls between those 2 years. In fact, 2021, I think it was about 5,000 or just over 5,000 for our area permits pulled for the year. Last year, it was around 3,000 or so. So a huge decrease, and already for the first 2 months of this year, January and February, we're not hitting last year's numbers. So that's not good. There's a lot of regulations going on now. A lot of municipalities are, they're trying to figure it out. They want smart growth, and I totally understand smart growth, and we're willing to work with them on that. But we have a huge population influx coming. It's going to happen. We're a desirable place to live for many, many reasons. So they're coming, and we need to be able to house them. And our state government is doing a fantastic job, and our local governments, of bringing jobs, right? So when you have jobs come, what we like to say is houses are where jobs go to sleep at night, which they have to go somewhere. And now people are starting to drive a little bit further, so they're crossing through communities to get to these jobs because they're nice paying jobs and they're desirable as well. But we need housing. And then people start to complain about traffic and all that. I think the mayor of Irmo said it best. He says, traffic's going to be what it's going to be, but that doesn't mean we just stop doing everything. Right. You're going to have some traffic. And I've never been on a road stuck behind a house. I don't know if you guys have. Normally it's cars. So building houses does not necessarily translate directly into worse traffic. And there's ways to fix that. There's road engineers and there's planning ahead and infrastructure. So that's where the conversation needs to go, not stop building.
Because like you said, South Carolina is just growing, with jobs like crazy. Mm-hmm. We got the new Scout plant coming to Blythewood. That's 4,000 jobs, and the local leaders that we've heard from and talked to said those 4,000 people that are going to work there are not here in Richland, Lexington, Newberry, Fairfield counties. They are going to be, mostly new people coming in. Mm-hmm. 3 new distribution centers announced in Lexington County last week, right? So, all these jobs are here. Employment's really good around here, so we need new homes.
Absolutely.
So
we need a lot more housing. We need homes. We need the apartments. We need mixed. We need the entire gamut to fix this problem. And to continue answering your first question, we're in the hole. And as much as we are building, even if it is 3,000 permits a year, it's not enough. Mm-hmm. And there's a study coming out. I don't have it on me. Joey Von Nessen from USC has done a study. He's finishing it up. We got the first part of it last month. We're going to get another part a little more localized, and it's going to show exactly how much housing and which type of housing we're lacking the most of by area. So you'll be able to use that study to see in Lexington County what type of housing we need and how much of it in Richland County and in whichever county in the state. So it's a very in-depth study. He's been working on it for about a year. So we're really anxious to see that come out. We'll get it to our members as soon as it is, and you'll probably start seeing it on the news headlines as well, because it's drastic how much housing we need and how much we don't have. And I just read a story in the New Yorker saying an economist says the problem we're having right now is NIMBYism, not in my backyard. It's everywhere. It's running rampant. Nobody wants any housing anywhere near them for a false conclusion that a certain type of housing may lower or change your property value. That's been disproven by economists. That's not true. So, but nobody wants any housing built anywhere around them. I think the economists use the term, the built environment of the 1970s is what everyone wants to keep. It's like, that's not viable.
Sustainable anymore.
That's not the way we can do it. We have to get with the times and move forward.
Yeah.
So our association's working on that. Our state association, our national association are all working on those items. And it's very important. I mean, we need to embrace these people that are coming to our area and welcome them. We are the welcoming South. We're very hospitality minded.
Yeah.
Let's bring them in.
But give them a place to live.
They need a place to live when they come down here. And selfishly, I have kids. I have 2 daughters, and they're young right now. They're going to go through school and get jobs, and I wish them the best in their life. We're setting them up with everything we can. I don't want them to live with me forever. I want them to go out and be able to get a house and start the wealth ladder of owning a home. And that's a very viable thing. You have to get that first starter house. Those are hard to come by right now.
Yes.
And they're going to be hard to come by if we don't keep building more homes, and if the supply and demand is out of whack like it is right now, and it's continuing to be that way. So this is a very important issue for the residents of South Carolina, because we need our families to be able to go out there and get into houses and go up that ladder and build their lives. So, we can be selfish about it, but it still means build more houses.
Yeah. So, what are some upcoming events that are going on in the area related to the BIA that we should all be aware of if we want to know more about y'all or get involved with what you're doing?
Sure. A lot of the events we do are for the members of the association. So we do the Home and Guard show. That's a big public event that we have. We want everyone to come out to that show and meet our members and learn about what they can do with their own home or build a new home. For the members of the association, again, a lot of networking and some education opportunities. We have our Sales Marketing Council is going to do a fundraising event called Poor Wars down at the Tin Roof in Columbia in April. It's a great event. It's for Homeless No More, which is a great charity in the Columbia area that builds, and actually they're going to start building some affordable housing downtown in the old Starlight Motel, I think is the name of it, whatever that old hotel has been there forever. Yeah. They acquired that land. They're going to start building there. So Tin Roof, we have a fishing tournament on Lake Murray. Okay. That's coming up in early May. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but there's 2 huge fishing tournaments coming to Lake Murray in the end of April. Yes. Ginormous national fishing tournaments, so they kind of pushed our date back a little bit into May, which is fine. Lake Murray is the jewel of the county and the middle of the state. We love that everyone loves Lake Murray, but we go out there and we do an annual fishing tournament as well for our members. We have a golf tournament, of course, and that's for our charitable organization. We have a 501c3 charitable group called the Building Industry Charitable Foundation. And we do scholarships for children and for people trying to get into the workforce as well. So that golf tournament is a major source of funds. We go out to Fort Jackson for that, use both their courses, and have a wonderful time out there. We have membership meetings throughout the year. Summertime in Columbia, as you guys know, slows down. Everyone goes, again, we're centrally located, so vacations are great in Columbia, South Carolina. You can go to the beach, you can go to the mountains, and in summer, it gets hot around here, so everyone does those things. So we kind of slow down a little bit in the summer, and then we ramp it back up in the fall.
So Ben, I know one of the initiatives your organization have is y'all reach out to the local school districts to try and work with as an educational partner. Can you talk a little bit about that? Yeah. Given the fact that we need more people in the trade industries and what your initiatives are there.
Right. So that's a very important part for what we do. Building the workforce up is one of probably the biggest needs of our entire membership. Everyone I talk to is looking to hire someone or needs more people to build all these homes that we need to build. And a lot of these jobs in home building you can just get into, but many are what they call skilled trades. Yeah. So they do take some training and some background knowledge to be able to do it properly and safely and to the code. So skilled labor is and has been for a long time an issue. So I think we have an issue where college education is important and wonderful, but it's not really for everybody. And we've been trying to get the message out that you can have a long-lasting, fulfilling career, make plenty of money, and you can be your own boss if you go into the skilled trades, which sounds great. And then you have a generation that says, no, you have to go to college in order to be prosperous. So I think the tide is turning on that now. I think the word is out that no, you don't need to saddle yourself with a lot of debt and then start earning money 4 years after high school, when you can come out of high school and pick up a trade and start earning money immediately and avoid the debt altogether. Yeah. So that's a message we're going for, and it's not just our industry. There's many industries that are saying the same thing, and it's starting to land. It's starting to take up, but we just have to get over the hurdle of the must go to college group.
Yeah.
And I went to college. I loved college. It was great. So I'm not dissing college at all. But there's another path, right? So we got to get that word out there. So high schools have picked up on this, and up in this area we have Richland, Lexington 5, and they have the Kate Center, which teaches skills, and they do a fantastic job. It's a wonderful facility.
Yeah.
So we have a student chapter. Our national association has student chapters. We have one there at the Kate Center, and we work with them. Whenever they need help, they can reach out to our local association, and like if they want a speaker or if they want to set up job shadowing or apprenticeships or anything like that, we can be an outlet to help them with those types of items. We're looking to set up more of those in other schools around the area, because the Kate Center is a great example, but there's other such institutions in the other markets, like Lexington County has a wonderful center now. So we want to work with those schools. So we have a workforce development task force within the organization. So members who are helpful in this and have the same feeling can join this task force. We have an entire school liaison division of that task force, and members select their local school, and they will be the liaison to that department or that school district, and open up those resources to them. So we like to look at ourselves as a resource for the schools to be able to help the kids further along in this. So schools is one way to do it.
Yeah.
We work with those guys. We're building up this task force to come at other angles as well. I mean, there's other populations or people that aren't working now that would like to work and don't really know which way to go. So there's training for them. They can go to Midlands Tech, or they can do an apprenticeship and learn. So we need to reach those groups, and those could be military or veterans groups, people coming out of the correctional institutions.
Yeah.
They're looking for work, and they can certainly do construction work as well. So we need to give them a pathway to go where they are and get into the industry and move it forward. So we're looking at a lot of different angles on how to solve this problem. Members are going to be a big help. Everything we do is member driven, so we need members to get involved on that. It's a big task, but I think it's something that our organization can affect change in, and that's worth doing.
Very good.
So for some of the people who are listening right now who are hearing about the association and want to get involved, how can they get into contact with you?
The easiest way is probably to check out our website. So we're at biaofcentralsc.com, which is a mouthful. You can also just go to columbiabuilders.com, which is a little easier if you're listening to remember, columbiabuilders.com. And I'll go to the exact same website. So that has information on who we are and our governing body and all the activities and events that we do. A calendar is on there. You can look at all of our member list on there as well, and look up all 650 of our members and what they do. There's an application online. You can just apply right there. Membership right now, I believe, is $625 a year, and that gets you into everything that we do as a member. Yep. And so that unlocks the door and gets you in. And then you can do the specialized councils that I mentioned, the sales, marketing, remodelers, high performance, or whatever, and kind of fine tune your membership into those. So the website, columbiabuilders.com, is the best way to get in touch with us. We're located downtown Columbia on Taylor Street near Finley Park. You can always stop in over there and see us. Give us a call. Our number's on the website. So that's probably the best way to get started.
Awesome. Well, Ben, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on your new role as CEO of the organization. I know you for a long time. You were like interim or acting CEO.
Right,
now it's official.
Yes.
But congratulations. They couldn't have made a better choice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We're the Call Guys. I'm David.
And I'm George.
And thank you for joining us today.